Les oiseaux dans la charmille, dans les cieux lustreux du jour.
It's always so sad when you have to turn the AC off. I don't know how we're gonna do this in the summertime. You can't have the AC on because it interferes with the sound. Oh my god, I can already feel myself getting sweaty. glowing. And, oh well, there she goes. Messing up my camera. Mochi. Anyway, welcome back to Indoor Cat. I'm Kat. And we are back to actually being indoors this video. If you caught my last one, I was running all around Manhattan with my boyfriend Jeff. We went to the Met, the Empire State Building, had so much fun. But I was really looking forward to doing just a simple casual catch up back here at home because I realize it takes me a minute to edit my videos, and by the time I'm done with one, 10 other things have happened in my life that I want to tell you about. So one of them being that I got an espresso maker. Not sponsored, but I love this thing and I never thought I would. I was a true diehard pour over coffee person. I just think it's really romantic. I like the ritual of it. But my sisters came to town and we're all coffee drinkers, so I'm just imagining like 1 pour over, 2 pour over, like how time consuming that would be, and you just want coffee. So I did invest in this Nespresso, and I don't know if this is a sad thing to say, but it's kind of become the best part of my day. I mean, it's the perfect cup every time. God, I sound like a 50s housewife. It's the perfect cup every time. But seriously, look at that foam. Look at that. I feel like I got a little dressed up for you. I even put a flower in my hair, you see? I don't know, I've been feeling so disgusting. Lately, I've been fighting off a sinus infection for the last month and a half. I also felt like a laptop monster just kind of crouched over my work computer, and then I would go to my editing computer. I started to feel better and I just felt like going shopping for the first time in months and wearing a dress and putting on lipstick and going outside. It's nice. I'm trying to roll with it. But we have so much to catch up on. I want to talk to you about adventures in sinus infections, if that sounds interesting to you. My apartment update. I owe everyone a big explanation for what's happening. Obviously, I have not left, so it's a good outcome. But first, I have a very long overdue introduction to make. Someone who is very important in this house. Let's see if we can get her. These are her favorite. Oh, she's perking up. I think we got her. Come and get your treat, boo boo. I got a treat for you.
That's a good girl, Mochi. That's a good girl. She loves these things. What'd I teach her? Oh, no. Here you go, sweet. Good.
Yeah, this is Mochi. Hello, Mochi. Hey, Jojo. She wants to get back to her nap, I think. So I want to say she's camera shy. She's more skeptical of content creation. She sees the camera and she's like, what are you doing, lady? Talk to my managers first. For those of you who asked, she is a Nebelung, which is German for creature of the mist. Very cool. I got her about 5 years ago from a cat cafe in the Lower East Side called Meow Parlour. It's a cool concept because you can go mix and mingle with the cats, play with them, and decide to adopt if you want to. Apparently Mochi was surrendered by her owner because she was pregnant. Not the owner, but Mochi, pregnant with kittens. And the owner had to move. So Mochi had her 2 kittens in the hospital. They were named Miso and Matcha. I never got to meet them, but from the pictures, I could tell they were very, very cute. They were adopted before Mochi, so she was all alone, left at the cat cafe without her kittens. And when I saw her, she was kind of perched above, overseeing the spectacle at the cat cafe, looking very regal. I reached up and I petted her, and she was so soft. Like, she felt like silk, and I knew I had to have her. And she's been running my life ever since. A bit about this breed, Nebelungs, is they are very, very chatty. It's kind of like having a little talkative shadow that follows you around wherever you go. She meows for food. She meows when she wants to play. She meows if I'm in the shower too long. Like I said, she has the most beautiful silky fur coat. Right now it's shedding everywhere, so I call them Mochi sprinkles. So I've got Mochi sprinkles all over my skirt, like on the microphone, honestly. It's all over the place. And once a week I actually have to scrape my rug. I have this special tool. By the time I'm done, I have enough for like a second cat. But she is the light of my life. I love her. Funny enough, the people at the cat cafe did warn me that she does not get along very well with young male cats. I think it's because she was impregnated by one. Might have something to do with it. I didn't think much of it at the time because I'm like, well, I only want one cat, and if I need another, I'll just get a girl cat. Little did I know that one day I would meet and fall in love with somebody who has a male cat, Jeff and Nabby, and that one day we might want to live together. And we don't know how we're gonna make that happen. Nabby was adopted as a kitten. He has never met another cat since. So we have Nabby, the sweet, innocent boy, and Mochi, the man-hater. Jeff and I joke about like, oh, maybe we'll have a big house and Mochi and I can have one floor and he and Nabby can have the other. Sounds realistic. Oh, that felt so good. All right, let's go make a smoothie. Come on. Smoothie? Smoothie? Hello. Focusing on me? Focus on me. Welcome to Kat's Smoothie Corner. Actually, it's just my kitchen, but we do make a lot of smoothies here. I don't really have a specific recipe I follow. I just put things that sound good into my VideoMic and turn it on and see what happens. And while we're here, I thought we could talk a bit about taking care of oneself and the ups and downs of sinus infections. Most of them downs. Where to begin? Well, we always start out with some nice plain Greek yogurt as our base. Plop some in there. It all started when I got pretty sick with a cold, the end of my 4th video, I want to say. Waiting for a big truck to go by. And when I was editing footage anytime after that, you can just see like I'm constantly wiping my nose. That should have been a sign. Did I think anything of it? No, I thought I would just get better naturally. Frozen pineapple. Then I started to feel strange symptoms. I noticed my teeth started to hurt, and I actually went to the dentist to get them checked out, and they said everything was fine. But that should have been a clue that something was going on. All of my teeth were just kind of throbbing and really sensitive to hot and cold. Did I go to the doctor? No. Got some frozen peaches. Come on, guys. Just throw some of these frozen cherries in there too while I'm at it. Feeling fun today. One banana, but then one morning I woke up feeling very off. Compost. I went for a walk outside, and the best way I could describe it is it felt like my brain was just sloshing around up there. I called it like my head feeling like it was swimming. At one point I took a shower, and maybe it was the change in like the pressure of the air from the hot water, but I saw little shooting stars in my vision. It was enough to scare the crap out of me. We're officially gonna make this a green smoothie now by putting in some baby spinach.
Roast the spinach.
So I did go to the doctor. She decided to put me on antibiotics as it sounds like a sinus infection. And then I went and I saw an ear, nose, and throat specialist. Everyone there looked just as miserable as me. We were all kind of like holding tissues to our noses and groaning, holding our heads. But the doctor was a very, very nice man. He told me I have the most beautiful eardrums he'd seen all morning. I mean, it was only 10:30 in the morning, so who knows how many other eardrums he saw after that. And he takes out this little snake-like device, and he proceeds to put it up my nose. I'm not gonna get into the gory details, I'll just say he put the thing up my nose. Oh, this is soy milk, by the way. I could feel it go up my nose, and then start to peek down from the top of my mouth. And I think at that point I started to plead for him to stop. I was like, please, no more. And he just pulled it out of my nose just as quick and was like, by the way, you have a deviated septum. Good to know. I'm now doing a tapering dose of steroids to take down the inflammation in my head. I'm supposed to go get a CT scan after that to make sure everything's okay. And I've been doing my nasal rinse once a day. Got a big old thing of distilled water. So yeah, it's been fun. Oh, I almost forgot. I do 2 scoops of this hemp fiber protein powder called Hemp Yeah. And then we blend. This part gets a little noisy, so cover your ears. God, that's so good. But I wanted to talk a little bit about just taking care of yourself or myself. I realized I was going through a period of burnout. My job got really busy and I had started this channel. I was so excited about it, and I am like, this is the most fun. I've been having such a good time. But I think I was just so excited and I didn't want to lose my momentum. So I kept pushing myself, and the things I was sacrificing were important things like getting enough rest, exercising, going grocery shopping, and cooking healthy meals at home. I was pretty much eating takeout every night. I wasn't reaching out to real life friends and seeing people, was spending less time outside. And I think all that caught up with me, and I got really, really, really ill. And I also just wasn't in the best headspace either. A lot of my anxiety came back, and I realized I needed to just take a breather and realize that this is a marathon, not a race. And taking care of myself physically and mentally serves this in the long run, because when I'm feeling that awful, I can't do anything. I had to just stop and lay on the couch and groan. And that's not fun. I still want the work to be good and I want the work to get done, but I also don't want to rush the process, rush the part that I enjoy just for the sake of more. That's not what this is about. And what this is about for me is finding joy in the process. And it's been such a good learning experience, constantly reminding myself, like, this is the part that you find joyful. This is the part that you find fun. Enjoy that. And to be inspired and create things that excite me, I have to be out in the world and being inspired and seeing movies and going for walks and being with people. All the things that make life good. It took me 37 years to find something I like doing as much as this. And looking forward to learning more and challenging myself more, but keeping myself healthy in the process. So, cheers to that. Follow me. How's the face? Okay. So yes, so last but not least, I wanted to give you all the updates on my apartment situation. If you watched my apartment tour but not really video, at the end I found out my rent was going up quite a bit and it was uncertain if I was going to stay here or not. There was a lot of other upheaval happening at the same time. Oh, that was loud. I can't get in too much detail, but I was really uncertain about just the future of my work and income, and just not feeling super confident about signing a year lease that had gotten even more expensive. But at the same time, everything was technically fine and I couldn't even fathom moving anytime soon. What I decided was to call my landlord. And he's a really reasonable guy. He always picks up the phone. He always is responsive to any issues I have. He's an actual person, not a big corporation. So I talked to him and I kind of had a script written out with like what I wanted to say, but basically told him the situation and proposed, instead of signing for a year, what if I signed for 6 months? It'd be a win for me because if things go south, I can get out of this deal, and it's a win for him because he can rent the unit for more money. And he was like, oh, if you want to leave the apartment early, sign the lease, give me 45 days notice, and that's fine, but you will forfeit your security deposit in doing so. And that's fair, not ideal, but totally fair, because technically I am breaking the contract early. But honestly, I really hope it doesn't even come to that. I hope to stay here for the full year. I plan to. It's just nice to have a backup option. There were a lot of really anxious nights when I just didn't know what to do, and I wanted to make a financially wise choice. And now that I know I will be staying, I would like to do a follow-up tour, because I did say that one was a tour, but not really. And that you didn't really get a lot of great sweeping shots of the apartment, but I did just get my Osmo Pocket thing. It's over there somewhere. And it has a remote mic, so now I can take that and walk around and you can see kind of bigger spans of the apartment. And there's lots of other quirky little details and things I'd like to show you. And now that Mochi's here, it officially feels like we're back in the apartment. I didn't really want to spend too much more time here if I didn't know if I was even going to be here, but now that we are, let's celebrate it. I love this place and I'm happy to share it. But with that, we're going to end this video. Thank you for catching up. Say bye, Mochi.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Ah! Whew. Let's turn on the AC. Oh yeah.